Hello, and welcome to the Disney Dunces. Using your touch-tone keypad, please enter the first 3 letters of the movie title you would like to see. You've selected Ratatouille. If this is correct, please press 1 now.
Hello and welcome to Disney Dunces, the only Disney podcast presented by self-proclaimed non-experts. I'm Dunce number 1, but you can just call me Richard.
And I'm Craig Stew, and I'm Dunce number 2.
And I'm the third one. And I've got something of a little chef myself that pilots my every decision, if you know what I mean.
What's its name?
Remy.
He's not very
No
original.
relation. No relation.
Okay, I'll believe you. Oh, man. Guys, I had a dream last night, and it was about us. And it was also about Ratatouille, which was surprising.
He was there, too.
Well, not really, because we were...
Were we chefs at a French restaurant?
No, we were all living in an apartment or maybe a house from some lady, and it was infested with rats, and she blamed us for it.
I mean, we are living there. It would make sense.
That doesn't sound accurate because of all the cats that we would have
yeah,
if we were living in an
cats
apartment.
would take care of the rats.
Take care as in, like, you know,
They would nurture them, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah.
Because we'd have really friendly cats.
All our cats would be vegan.
I know me and someone got into an argument about whose room was who, but I don't think we even had rooms, and it was just 3 beds in one room. Maybe we were arguing about beds.
It was actually
This is Rich's actual dream. I know Rich usually likes to be totally separate from everybody, but he just puts on an act.
We had this conversation in the past before, and once we get the bro home, which we will have, it's going to be a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory situation where we all just sleep in one giant bed together.
Why? I don't like this.
You just had a dream about it. We know it's in your subconsciously what you want.
It's what you want. And no one wants it, Richard. It's just the way things have to be.
Okay. I do usually think that dreams predict the future in some way.
That's definitely how they work for sure. Definitely, yes.
Well, I mean, okay, maybe not like directly, but usually something happens throughout the day that ties it back to the dream. It's like going full circle.
Yes, rats were involved.
And I mean,
Richard predicted the movie choice after it was decided.
I mean,
oh man, we got to get you like a hotline, people to call in. Let them know what's going to happen before it does, after it actually has.
At Disney Dunces on Twitter, I'll read your fortune. Just based on your handle.
Just let him know if you have like a dentist appointment or something coming up, so he has something to work with.
We should let them at Disney Dunces, and they can choose the next movie.
No.
Well, the thing is, no one shouted us out last time.
Yeah.
Wait, were we asking for shout-outs or asking... Wait.
We asked for everything. We went across the board. If no one did anything, we can't ask them to help with movie picking, now can we?
Yeah, no one did a thing, but also it's like 2 days after we released the podcast.
It's also...
And yet maybe also someone didn't have a birthday, because I think we were asking for people to shout us out for their birthday, or vice versa.
I don't know.
I don't
definitely
remember that either.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
We were going to do birthday shout-outs. That's all I remember.
That's not something I'd ever do.
Are you kidding? Craig was so excited.
I'm all about the shout out. I think people love it. People love to be recognized for
Greg,
listening.
By the way, just so everyone knows, if you check out Craig's stuff on YouTube, he has a nice unboxing of a Mickey Fantasia Nendoroid.
Yeah.
He doesn't shout out the podcast during the video, but I'm going to shout
I'm not allowed
out
to do shout outs about it. What are you talking about?
And you're on Craig's stuff, you can shout out whatever you want. It's Craig's stuff.
I've shouted out the Disney Dunces before.
But not this time.
No, not this time.
It was relevant.
It could have been. Probably should have been.
Now, next time we do a toy review on here, you know we're gonna shout out Craig's stuff.
Hey, you never know.
These toy reviews have become very much a chore, and so I just forget.
How's that any different than the podcast?
Yeah, this is definitely a chore.
It's not as, I don't know.
Well, not for you.
Well, I don't do
loves
the editing,
it.
so
No,
And also, no wonder-
babysitting.
No wonder it's no chore because Craig chose the movie too.
Barely.
it's a great movie.
It
and I
was
did barely choose it.
last minute, despite the heck having multiple conversations about it throughout the week. He chose to ignore them. And Richard goes, "Oh, we're gonna watch the Billie Eilish thing," and Craig goes, "No, wait, hold on."
It was gonna be good.
Did we watch Ratatouille? Let's watch that one.
Guys,
I
speaking
love
of watching the
Ratatouille.
movie,
It's a good one.
I might get yelled at this week because, like, I know I usually get yelled at, but I think I might get yelled at more so.
Okay.
Why, you didn't like the movie?
I fell asleep halfway through the movie, and to make up for it, I watched the 5-minute emoji version of the movie.
Yeah, that sounds like Richard. Cool.
I mean, Costco watched the emoji version of Descendants, so I thought, oh,
No,
what's the
I
difference?
didn't watch the emoji version of Descendants. I watched the entirety of Descendants. I just happened to watch the emojified version of it. The difference being that you watched a summary
You only
of
watched the
Ratatouille
summary of
using
the movie?
emoji. No, he watched the first half of Ratatouille, fell asleep, and then watched the 5-minute summary
He
with him
never
using emoji.
Rewatched the other half?
No, of course he didn't, because he doesn't fucking give a shit about this podcast. I told you, Craig, we don't need him. He should just stop showing up, and we can just do it. It'd be a lot better, first of all. The quality would shoot through the fucking roof. He's dead weight, always has been.
What do you mean? I watched the movies.
You never watched the movies.
I have unique content
No,
to talk about.
you don't
at
have
least.
you don't have content to talk about. You go,
So then the rat showed up and they did cooking and then maybe the man, he owns the restaurant now? I don't know. I didn't watch that far. Costco, what? Explain to me almost all of it. Please, thank you.
and that's the show. That's every episode.
There were some things that I definitely needed you to describe for me.
None of this.
But-
This movie is so fucking ridiculously straightforward.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot that could have been cut out from the movie. At least judging by the first half.
Then you wouldn't have much of a movie because it's just a fun rat adventure with rats and cooking and friends.
Well, do we just want to get into this now?
This is one of my favorite Pixar movies.
That's fine. You're allowed to. It's great. I enjoy the heck out of it.
It's so
fun.
good.
It's got Patton Oswalt. Who doesn't love him?
And Brad Garrett.
Brad Garrett.
Who's he?
He does a bunch of voices.
He does he's Gusteau.
He's Gusteau, yeah.
Is that the ghost?
Yeah. Well, the
Oh,
figment
okay.
of Remy's
The
imagination.
fat man.
He's got some good accents in this one.
Wait, are you sure he's not a ghost?
Positive. He says it multiple
see-through.
times. He says, I'm your imagination. You know what I know. Ha, ha, ha. I'm Brad Garrett.
Oh,
Hey, Ray.
They didn't have words in the emoji version, so I didn't know.
Yeah, well, great. No, the first half of the movie, he does explain that he's in fact his figment of his
He
imagination.
does say that, yeah.
Yeah, and he clarifies that fact multiple times.
Oh, okay. Well, fine. But, like, so I feel like this movie is a lot longer than any other movies we've covered. It was like an hour 50 minutes.
That's
We
shorter
watched
than the movies
Pirates
we
of the
cover.
Caribbean. What were you
Yeah.
talking about? That was like a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, but the ideal movie is probably about an hour 30 runtime.
That's the
It
minimum
depends.
for
It
a
depends what you have to
feature-length
say.
film.
And how entertaining you could be.
Well, okay.
This is like
so
this is a perfect length.
Mhm.
It's a little less
Yeah,
than 2 hours. An hour and a half movie is absolute minimum. It has to be literally
I think
has to be
we
an hour and a half
Well-
for a feature length.
I think we at least could have done without the sewer adventure. That part sucked, in my opinion.
Talking about they were in the sewers for two minutes.
Yes, that was a 2-minute adventure. What are you saying?
That was them escaping. It was him getting away from where he started, and that's how he ended up in France.
Yeah, it showed how Remy got separated. It was in Paris.
Did he get separated?
Paris, yeah.
Yes, he did.
I don't know.
Of course you don't know. You didn't watch the fucking movie. Stop talking.
I watched the movie.
Stop
How else
talking.
would I know there's a sewer adventure? You think the emoji version goes into detail about how he gets sucked down the gutters?
I think you glanced at the movie and then fucking jerked off in the corner for 5 minutes.
I'm not jerking off to rats.
Yeah, then why did you go jerk off in the corner?
I don't know. I was sleepy.
Mm-hmm. You better wake up. Time to jerk off in the corner.
Oh, it wasn't exciting enough that I could stay awake.
Mm-hmm.
But at least, I made it most of the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Fine, whatever.
All right,
movie time,
so it's
okay.
a movie about a rat. And he does a good job doing smells.
Yeah.
And he becomes
He's
a cook.
He's the chief inspector, man. And he's, sniffing all the foods for the rats and saying, yeah, you can eat this, or no, you can't eat this, it's mine now.
No,
and
he
then
doesn't do that. He just sniffs for poison. And he doesn't like doing it.
Because his dad just wants him to be a regular rat and just eat garbage like the rest of them. But he has a very refined palate.
He's got standards.
And a very good sense of smell.
Like us.
Just look at me, Craig. Don't look at him. He's not a part of the conversation. He's never has been.
What do you mean? I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm attentive. I watched this part of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because eventually, it all changes on one fateful day when Remy's just kind of all changing the channels. He's watching TV from this old lady, and then the old lady's all wait, I don't want to watch this channel. You're a rat. You're not supposed to have my TV remote. And then she just goes and destroys her house, and Remy has to escape and go to Paris because the lady doesn't live in Paris anymore. She lives in the outskirts on the suburbs. So he goes to Paris, and then he decides, what the hell am I going to do here? And then he says, wait, I'm in Paris. I'm living la vida loca, baby. And so he finds this... Sorry, the face Casca is giving me is just very, very distracting.
I want Craig to tell the story of this movie because you're not doing the best job.
No,
what do you mean?
He's not living La Vida Loca.
Not even, kind of.
La Vida Rose.
Not even once.
Fine, whatever.
You took French in high school, didn't you? You should, should know.
C'est la vie! That's it! C'est la vie!
He's living life, c'est la vie, baby!
What?
It's just how it is, Richard. Don't worry about it. Que sera, sera, baby.
Okay. Can I continue with my movie
No,
now?
it's Craig's movie. He can continue.
I think we might need to start over because I don't think he did a good job.
You know what? I'm super good with that. I'm all good with erasing anything that he just said.
So we have our pal Remy, who's a rat. We said he's got a great sense of smell and a refined palate, but he lives with his whole rat family, and whose father is the leader of. So his father like I said, just wants him to be a regular rat, and this bothers him. But then he finds out about his great sense of smell, so he becomes the poison checker for the clan, and then one day he makes a mistake while he's inside this woman's house.
He gets greedy.
He gets a little greedy, and she discovers him. Then she pulls out a fucking gun.
It just starts blasting.
Blasted away at this poor rat. And it blasts through the ceiling to reveal that her home is infested by rats.
A bunch of them, too.
All the rats. They're all in her ceiling.
All of Paris's rats.
And then she chases this poor rat outside.
But Remy gets left behind because he has to take Chef Cousteau's book. Anyone can cook. It's his inspiration.
Yes. So he gets separated from everybody else, but the best part is they had an escape plan. So they had
hell yeah.
They had all the boats, these boats
They're
built
ready
to go
Yeah.
to escape. But Remy gets left behind and ends up getting separated in the sewers and then ends up in Paris.
It's beautiful. Not just in Paris.
Right under Gusteau's restaurant.
There it is, his 3-star establishment. Once 5-star. But he lost 1 star from a scathing critic review.
Wait.
The stars are not lit up, right, on the thing? Is that what
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is?
they're there, but they took them off because he lost 1 because of the bad review, and then the review he was so heartbroken about he died. And as is customary in Paris, once your chef dies, you lose a star on your restaurant. So they're down to 3 stars.
No, it was 1 star.
No, it wasn't. It was 3 stars.
The emoji version had 1 star.
Stop talking to me.
It was definitely a 3-star.
Yeah.
Do you want to see the emoji version? I'll send you screenshots.
I don't. I'm good. I saw the actual movie, and I've seen the musical as well. I've seen both
There's a musical?
Ratatouilles. Oh, there's kind of a musical. It was like a TikTok thing or something.
Wait,
It had
I
Wayne
think
Brady.
I saw that.
And
Wayne Brady.
yeah, Wayne Brady
Wasn't
was
it
in
like
He was
the
Remy's,
COVID
He was
thingy?
Remy's dad. Yeah, it was during COVID. It was honestly, it came out right when we were returning, and I said, guys, we should do the Ratatouille musical for a grand return. To nothing.
And I probably said no. We
Yeah.
have to do this instead.
Again, because you add nothing to anything.
I watched 2 versions of the movie.
You add nothing to everything.
You watched half in a 5-minute summary. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Okay,
he's
so
the worst person.
here's my problem. I had an hour to go once I woke up from sleeping. And it was an hour until recording the podcast. And I said, I could actually finish the movie, or I can watch the other version of the movie 20 times.
And the answer was to finish the movie.
Maybe.
You know, I woke up with about an hour to go before the recording of the podcast, but you know what I did? I watched half the movie last night, and then it got late, so I paused it, and then I watched the other half this morning.
See, this is great. We have diverging opinions. We both came to the fork in the road, and we
No.
took different paths on our choose-your-own adventure.
No.
I got tired, and instead of just not watching the other half of the movie, I paused it so I could finish the other half tomorrow.
Craig did the responsible thing. I'm glad
I bet-
Richard
'cause
is
I love
never
this
choosing
movie.
a movie again. Richard doesn't get to choose anything ever again.
I've seen this movie before, by the way, just so you know. Like,
Okay, I've seen it twice before, I think. Maybe 3 times even. And I watched it again.
but like the time that I watched it, it was in French class, and they made us watch with subtitles. But there was one time that the teacher was absent, and like we managed to trick the substitute into just putting it in the English version. He was all like, "You're just supposed to watch this in English," and we
So-
said yes.
In the French version, is La Feastin sung in English?
What?
La Feastin, it's like the one song in the movie is it's sung in English instead of French. Did they inverse that?
I don't think this movie had songs.
This movie has one song. They play it multiple times. It's La fi la ba la la bu du la ba da. I don't know French.
when he's
but-
the-
You
like
yelled
he's
at me
learning.
before when I said that.
No, you
La
said
vida
you said
loca.
"Livin' La Vida Loca," and if you sang "Livin' La Vida Loca," maybe you wouldn't have gotten yelled at.
Upside, inside, out.
There
And
it
her
is.
skin's the color mocha.
There it is. Your skin is the color mocha.
See, look, I
She'll
watched
pull
the movie.
push you out. "Livin' La Vida Loca."
Can we just have a Ricky Martin podcast?
No, not until he does a Ricky. There's a Ricky Martin concert on Disney Plus, and even then, no.
I was gonna say, you heard it here first, guys. We are doing the Ricky Martin live.
I don't
on
even want to
Disney
risk
Plus.
it. I don't even want to fucking risk it. They've done enough of them where I'm scared.
I'll take that bet. I'll take that gamble that we have to do it.
All right, then you and as agreed upon before, whenever we're doing a concert, that episode will just be you and Richard.
But the only one we do is Ricky Martin.
Okay, fine. I'm okay with that. You and Richard can do the Ricky Martin musical spectacular.
Do you think he was part of any of the sing-alongs?
No.
No, it has to be a
Oh.
full-on Ricky Martin comeback tour concert.
Oh, yeah. That I don't doubt. But I'm just wondering, like, if they managed to pull him in for anything, like, within the past few months. Like, I want to make sure that there's hope for this. I don't want to...
I'm gonna say no because for as of right now, they don't own him like they own everyone else.
One day,
Yes.
you might, That's why Costco doesn't want to take the bet.
No, exactly. I
doesn't
know
wanna do
Disney.
it.
They do things that don't really make sense to anyone.
They're slowly buying everything.
Yeah. And if it's on the table, they'll grab it. They don't care what it is. They have the money.
Ricky Martin's on the table. They're just gonna grab
They're
him.
gonna as soon as they get the chance.
Oh my God, he's a handsome man. Sorry,
You
I'm
heard
looking at
it.
pictures
You've
of
heard it here first. Ricky Martin is in fact handsome.
him. I mean, why are you calling that out specifically?
Because no one's ever said it before. You were the first.
Am I?
Yes.
I don't think he's the first.
No shit, buddy.
Oh, okay.
Dude, he sang the version of I Can Go the Distance, but the Spanish one.
It's a good song.
There's hope.
So you're saying he was in the sing-along? Or was that in the movie? Like the
Oh,
Spanish
sorry.
version of the movie?
In the Spanish version of the movie,
Okay.
he did I Can Go the Distance.
Oh, so they
So
do own
I'm
him.
thinking,
They do own him.
yeah, or at least like, maybe they have like a few scratches on his back.
No, they own him. You don't just do
Okay.
something for the mouse and get away. It's not how that works.
I guess so.
No one walks away from the mouse family. Did you watch Ratatouille?
No!
Oh
half
my
of
god. Craig, please enlighten him.
What?
Oh, you're supposed
He's
to go,
in Paris
You're
now.
supposed to go back to talking about the movie. That
Oh,
was my
okay.
segue to get us back
I
on
s-
track.
hold on,
Okay,
I
'cause
saw
we
Craig.
barely
He was
even
looking at his computer.
No.
Craig, what were you looking at on your computer?
He was looking at pictures of Ricky Martin to confirm his handsomeness.
Craig, rate him out of 10.
How many chili peppers would you rate Ricky Martin, Craig?
He's
Is
a
he
hot
muy
tamale.
caliente? It's a hot tamale.
This sounds so racist.
It's not racist. He's like Puerto Rican or something. It's fine.
Oh my god. What
Couldn't even get through it.
where are we? Okay, there just got to
I think we're generalizing entire peoples.
we just got to Paris and Rich has to leave at some point, so we should probably speed this up.
Sure, I guess. He already left.
He's
Guy,
gone.
bye, buddy.
He's gone. What the heck?
It's okay. Go.
So
go.
we're
turned my
in
camera
Paris, right? And he's right
Yeah.
under Gustave.
We can skip most of this. Just because
So now we
Wait,
have to be
Gustave, I thought it was
introduced to
Gusteau.
we have to be introduced to our human protagonist, our friend Linguini.
Alfredo Linguini.
Alfredo
I thought his name
Linguini.
was
I
Lemmy.
hate his name. We have a movie about food. Oh, he's a pasta. What's his first name? A sauce. Fuck it. We don't care.
It's literally like the most one of the seasons of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That takes place in France, I think, or
Okay.
Italy or something, and all the characters are named like Linguini. They're all like named after
nice. They're all
pastas.
just pasta. Aren't they supposed
Yeah.
to be like named after musicians? I don't know.
The
much about
earlier ones
JoJo.
are, yeah, this Dio
Okay.
and Speedwagon and whatever. But I don't know. I
That's
don't watch
fun.
JoJo. I just am aware of the. I tried the first season and didn't like it. Not important.
Okay, that's fine. I don't know. What is anime? I've never even seen it.
I don't know. So we have Alfredo Linguini who shows up at Gusteau's restaurant out of nowhere and hands the little guy, the little chef.
the head chef.
The
Not
head
the little
chef.
chef. You're gonna
Yeah,
get
you're right.
confused.
The small chef man.
The chef who was in fact short in stature.
Yes.
What's his name?
He's the
I don't
current head chef. I don't
Oh
remember
wait,
his name.
actually, I do know his name. Skinner.
Skinner. Okay. And he was the former sous chef of Gusteau, I believe.
He was.
So he hands him this piece of paper, basically, from his mother, who was a
Recently deceased.
recently deceased mother, who was a former friend,
An old flame, I believe is the term
old
they use.
flame of Gusteau, hoping that she would be able to get him a job. So of course he needs the job. So he ends up becoming the
Garbage boy.
garbage boy. I don't like being the guy leading this.
want me
I
to
can
go
tell
back?
you're like squirming. You're looking around, waiting for someone to hand you a rope.
You gotta. Yes, I need that. I need help.
Can I come back?
It's because you're always.
Yeah.
I'm swinging over a hole over here, and it's.
And I'm making
I'm just-
sure you keep your momentum. As
I've
soon
nev-
as you
I've
slow
never
down,
been good at-
I reach my hand out and I pull you towards me, and I let you go again because you need that momentum, buddy. I'm here for you. I'm not gonna let you fall in the hole. Now, if you go ahead and call Ricky Martin another chili pepper or whatever, I'm gonna let you drop. I'm gonna pull out the scissors. I'm gonna cut it. But until that time, until then, I'm making sure you're making it over this hole.
Greg never answered, though, how many chili peppers Ricky Martin got. He just said he was a hot tamale.
He said he's a hot tamale. That's up there.
How many chili peppers are in a tamale?
Depends on if it's a hot one, it's a fair amount, yeah. Quite a few.
Well, it's a hot one. I'm going to give him a 5. Craig, how many would you give him?
I don't know. I gotta look again.
Again?
Well,
I closed it.
yeah, Craig doesn't have time. You can't remember Ricky Martin's face. He has so many other
Craig's
things
like
to do. He's got to focus on Ratatouille.
He's like a goldfish.
He is a handsome guy.
Great. How many chili peppers?
I don't know. What's out of... You said 5. It's
He
out
did
of
say
what?
5.
But out of what?
Just imagine eating
5 out of 5.
No, just imagine eating 5 chili peppers. How hot that would be.
The ghost peppers. 5 ghost peppers.
Oh my god. 5 ghost peppers. Sheesh.
Oh my god, I don't even want to touch him now.
What kind of peppers are you using, Richard?
I don't know. Hot tamale peppers.
That's not a pepper.
I don't know. The gross ones. Or not the gross
The
ones.
gross ones. That's mean.
Sorry, I don't eat peppers. They make me cry.
You can't name a pepper? I remember the man made fun of you at the burrito store.
Banana peppers.
He's 5 banana peppers. That's not very hot at all.
Fine. 30 banana peppers.
Okay.
What?
I don't know. I would have picked a hotter pepper instead of just doubling down on bananas.
I know banana pepper, ghost peppers, and chili pepper. 5 chili peppers. Wait. Did we say chili peppers before?
All right, Craig, let's go back to the movie. This is going nowhere. I'd give Ricky Martin 1 Carolina Reaper myself.
Fine. Go back to your movie, you jerks. I'm going to watch my emoji version in the meantime.
You can. I'm sure we'll still be here talking about, I don't know, Linguini.
Probably. It's about as far as we'll get with this.
Can we talk about the lady?
Yeah, you want to talk about the lady? We can talk about the lady. I can't remember her name.
Something with a C.
Yeah,
Colette.
something about Nicole. That sounds
Was
right.
it Coilette? Something like
Colette
that.
sounds good to me. I don't know. It's a woman in the kitchen. She doesn't belong there. Because this is French cuisine.
Apparently, yeah, French cuisine. Women don't belong in the... I don't know.
That sounds actually correct, yeah.
And, but she's a tough lady.
Yeah. She has to be to work there.
Is it? It is
To
Coilette.
be a woman in a former 5-star restaurant.
And
Richard wanted to talk about the woman. What did you want to talk about? We're talking about the woman, and he goes to look at his fucking phone.
Sorry, Taco Bell was talking to me. This was important because I went to Taco Bell the other day and they didn't tell me that they didn't have potatoes, or at least I don't think they had potatoes, because I ordered the Fiesta potatoes and I ordered a spicy potato soft taco. They didn't give me Fiesta potatoes, and my spicy potato soft taco was just lettuce, cheese, and chipotle sauce. So there was no potatoes, and
you just
it was
made
very
without
sad.
the potatoes.
That's
Yeah, and
Why
then
are we
you-
talking about your Taco
weird.
Bell?
Because he brought this up before the podcast, and he wanted to talk
And
about
this
it on the
this was his
podcast,
segue.
Yeah,
talking about.
well, you know, you can't
I
think
got-
of Coilette without thinking about...
I got
Taco
yelled at
Bell.
for looking at my phone, so I
As you
feel
should
like-
be. Okay, the rest of the podcast, I'm going to do this. You guys have fun.
I mean, this is important. And now I'm sending them a picture showing them
good.
my taco, and I'm saying I was a sad boy, and I'm trying to get free stuff from them
You
now.
can buy Lollipop Chainsaw on the 360 for $20 on Amazon. It's available now. It's a good one.
Yeah, why would I do that when I can just
the
get free Taco
360.
Bell instead?
Yeah, well, it's an older game. And apparently I assume they got a reprint.
Okay,
I
fine.
think James Gunn directed that one. You like James Gunn?
Did he really?
I don't know.
Can I finish my movie? I'm gonna finish my movie while you guys look at your phones, okay?
You wanted to talk about Coilette. Please, talk about Coilette.
I don't. Okay, so she seems kind of cool in the movie, but in the emoji version, she didn't have much substance to her.
Well, it was a 5-minute emoji movie. I don't
I just wanted to kind of know what her deal was and how she ends up falling madly in love with the pasta man.
Like the 2-hour Emoji Movie had no substance to it. I can't imagine a 5-minute rendition being much there.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I wouldn't say she falls madly in love with Linguini. She just likes him.
There were heart emojis.
You can like people.
There were heart emojis.
Yeah, we're not talking about to you at this point. Hello, Craig.
Hi.
How's it going, bud? I like speaking to a grown-ass adult who can watch a children's movie just fine.
I got the next chunk. I just thought. And
Okay.
I started thinking.
Let's do this.
So the next chunk of the movie, you have Remy,
with it.
our boy Remy, the rat, who I don't know if we named. We probably said his name. I don't know. Whatever. Remy, and he's up top, looking down in at Cousteau's restaurant, seeing what's going on.
I was waiting for the part where he's sitting on Linguini's shoulder and he pulls his pants open. He's looking down at that because that does happen in the movie. People look at Linguini's crotch twice. There's 2 instances where people look at his
They
dick.
haven't even met yet at this point.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So
I wanted to get ahead. I wanted to get to the point where people look at Linguini's noodle.
So Remy's up watching Linguini, but Linguini is what is he doing? He's messing up the soup.
He's messing up the soup.
He's taking and putting in ingredients. He's like, no, you can't do that. You're screwing up the soup. So Remy takes it into his own hands and does it himself. He fixes the soup, but Linguini sees him, so he stops. He stops him. But after he had already finished fixing the soup. That's all.
So now it's time to serve the soup, and everyone looking at Linguini. What are you doing? You're messing up the soup. We can't serve that, but someone's already served the soup, and it gets to a food critic, and she loves it. And Linguini is now the hero of this restaurant. The garbage boy from humble beginnings now gets catapulted into stardom for making this excellent, spicy yet smooth soup. So he gets hired on not as the garbage boy, but as their new cook. And Richard's holding up. Are you buying Lollipop Chainsaw? It's a really good game.
No, I don't have a 360.
I like how he muted himself and then unmuted it. It's good to mute yourself during the podcast.
I mean, I'm here.
The purely audio medium. Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna shotgun the rest of Ratatouille because we're running out of time here, and I think we want to talk a little bit more about it rather than the plot. So if you just give me a second. So he's got the rat. He's got the job. The problem is he can't do the job without the rat. So he strikes a deal with Remy. He goes, Remy, you're going to live with me, and you're going to be my little chef. We got to figure out a way to make this work. You get a good life. I get to be the star of the show. Bada bing. So that's exactly what they do. They get this little arrangement where Remy sits on his head, pulls his hair, and that's able to control his entire body. Because, everyone loves mecha anime. And Disney and Pixar realized that and made their own...
A what?
Flesh mechs. Mecha anime?
Oh, I think it's Becca anime.
Yes, the world famous Becca of anime fame.
I mean, I got confused. I didn't know if it was like one of those weird subgenres of like...
If you just watched the movie, you'd know.
I saw this part, though.
Then what's your excuse? Why don't you know about mecha anime?
I mean, I know mecha anime, but I didn't think that this man was like in a... Well, he kind of is in a mech.
It's subtext. All right, this movie came out in the early 2000s.
It was like the height of the Gundam craze.
Exactly. Mecha anime was huge. You couldn't walk the streets without seeing someone with an Evangelion shirt. Evangelion?
Dude.
Whatever, yeah.
Do you know that giant, what's it called? The Gundam Man in Japan?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, they have that giant statue. And I think that Disney needs to put a giant Linguini Man
Oh my
statue.
God, a giant Linguin. And then you see in the cockpit is the little Remy on top.
Or no, you let the people go up. And then you can go on his head, and then you start pulling the hairs, and then you can walk around the park, and then you can kick the Epcot ball over to
No,
Spaceland.
you don't kick the Epcot. You instead, you make a nice soup.
Oh shit! Yeah. I like this more.
Yeah, this is
or
good.
like they have like a little pool that all the people can actually just kind of like doggy paddle in.
Okay.
And then
you cook people.
No, you don't cook people, but you throw in like little fun things like you can throw in a dash of oregano to make the water green, or you sprinkle in some orange.
That's not how oregano works.
Or you sprinkle in some orange
It's
juice
not-
and you make the water orange.
It's not how oregano works.
And then you can make the water a little hotter, but
Okay.
there are going to be safety concerns, so you can't actually make it too hot.
Real stupid all of a sudden. So I'm gonna go back to the good movie. Okay, so he makes a deal with the little chef, and now he's working this fancy French restaurant, hiding the fact that he's being controlled by a little rat. Except for the chef of short stature, he's on to him. He's figuring out. All the while, he's arguing about the will of Gusteau's, because it turns out, in 2 years' time, if a heir doesn't show up of Gusteau's, the restaurant goes to his sous chef, and it just so happens that whatever the hell you want to call it, the stature for that is going to end in a month, and Linguini happens to show up, and it turns out he is in fact maybe Gusteau's kid according to this letter, but the mother didn't tell him, so he has no idea, apparently, maybe. So it's up to his I don't want to call him slimy, he just might be French, his French, and also a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like two things that I'm just like, that might be normal for them.
I don't think he's very slimy. The lawyer. I mean,
he comes off as a little,
I guess.
a
But
little,
maybe,
but like he's like, this kid shows up. He doesn't know he's him, right? You know he is, but he doesn't. He doesn't get anything. What are you worried about? I'm gonna do a DNA test, get this all sorted out for you. Worst case scenario, you don't tell him anything. It's a little slimy, you know. He's a sleazeball, but I get it. It's his job to be, and also he's French.
nice.
Yeah, no, it's fine. No one cares about the French. You can, like, piss on shit on them all you want. No one gives a damn. It's like the one free thing. Not like that and white people.
That's true.
Yeah. So we get to go. I don't know. We get this free pass, and you're still making fun of Ricky Martin. It's weird.
Wait, Ricky Martin's not French?
Well, I thought that's my point.
Oh,
we got a free pass here, yet you still make jokes about Ricky Martin being a hot tamale.
I didn't say I was asked about Chili Peppers. Nobody.
I was here too.
Aren't you always, bud?
So what happened? Where are we now?
Are we in the movie? Nothing.
A bunch of silly stuff happens.
Yeah.
Remy's living at Linguini's place. He's got a nice little bed.
What I even miss in this movie?
He's living the life.
The fun parts. It's a
just
fun movie.
It's just a fun, cute movie.
I saw the emojis.
Patton
Those are
Oswalt,
cute.
man.
Yeah, those are
Patton
nothing.
freaking Oswalt.
He
He's a
can't
good
even
man.
talk to people.
He can communicate through nods and pulling of hairs.
He can
But
read, too.
this is the point that matters, okay? So during this time, Linguini is getting real close to Coilette, and he feels like he has to come clean. And he's trying to explain to her. And while he's talking to her, she's on the bike, and she's a little freaked out, gonna grab her pepper spray. And he goes, well, you see, I've got this little... And he gestures with his hand that he has this little. And then it closes up on Colette's face, and you see her eyes drop down to his crotch. And it's my favorite part of the movie. And that's the whole reason to watch Ratatouille. To see that one scene where she just looks at his wiener and just like... And then he forces himself on her and gives her a kiss. And she's going to spray him, but she's like, you know what, I'm kind of into this. Because she likes Linguini.
Well,
all
Remy
in.
forces him on.
Well, yeah,
because
yeah,
Remy
yeah,
is
it's-
control. You know,
He's controlling him, you know.
he was gonna come clean. He was gonna tell her about
Yeah.
Remy, but then
Yeah, but that's
Remy
the thing,
said
though,
no.
Craig. That's not going to hold up in court.
you're right.
Yeah. Anyway, that's basically all of Ratatouille.
So in my emoji movie,
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of rats. Did they get invited over to the restaurant at one point?
Yeah, basically. There's a part
Huh.
where the kitchen staff walks out, and it's been slowly more rats have been coming over because Remy's brother finds out that this place does exist, and Remy's like, "I'll give you food, brother." But his brother, being, you know, the idiot that he is, keeps inviting people over with him because, like, "Oh, these are my friends. You said not to tell anyone, but you know, these guys are cool." And that happens repeatedly until there's an eventual falling out between Remy and Linguini because Linguini wants to get laid and Remy wants to do cooking, I guess. So he's like, screw Linguini, invite Dad over, get the whole family come in. We're gonna steal from this restaurant because fuck this guy. So that's probably the part you're talking about, Richard.
I don't know. It seemed like they were getting in trouble with the health inspector in the emoji version.
That's a little later on.
Yeah, a little later on. Because there's a point where
at this point they have a falling out between Linguini and Remy.
And Remy, yeah.
This sounds like every Disney movie. There's a falling out between the two main characters.
Well, I think we talked about that in Moana too. But I will say this: it feels a little bit more. It feels a little bit more justified in Ratatouille. Like Moana made no fucking sense, and half the time it makes no fucking sense. But this wasn't like super sudden. You see a little bit of this throughout the movie until it comes to a head. But even then, like Linguini very quickly comes to his senses and apologizes to Remy. But Remy's already in the middle of betraying him, so it's like, oh shit, what the fuck? So I will say this, it's a little more forgivable than Ratatouille because it feels more natural.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all my questions for the movie.
We did it. We finished Ratatouille.
Well, now
I feel like Craig's going to be a little upset if we just say
fine.
we finished.
Craig, if you want to deal with the whole...
we didn't finish it. At this point, they just said, now, next thing you know, our, what's the critics coming? What's his name?
Gusteau.
No.
I don't remember.
The big time critic, Ego.
Something.
That's his name. Ego's coming, and he's like the absolute biggest critic in all of France.
The man who took Gusteau's star and then his life.
And his life, yeah. So he's showing up, and they're like, oh crap, well, we got to make sure this place is, the food is incredible. What do we can't screw this one up. But Remy's gone. Remy at this point is gone, and they don't know what to do. So he tries to talk to all the chefs and get them ready to go, and then Remy comes back, I guess.
He does.
Remy then comes back, because Remy comes back to something. He's like, look, I gotta
help this man. It's my buddy.
Yeah.
It's my pal.
And, but then, Linguini comes clean about what's been going on with the rats. And all the chefs walk out.
Which is a very reasonable response, I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't know this one rat happens to understand English or French
or knows the concept of cooking
and understands how to cook.
It's a very realistic response for a Disney Pixar movie. And everyone's like, "Yo, fuck this."
So everybody
this
leaves,
nuts.
And Linguini doesn't know what to do, and he's left. Just distraught completely. He's done. And then Remy's like, you know what? We could do this, because then all the rats show up.
And it's actually the dad who shows up.
Oh, the dad who shows up
and says, Remy, I was wrong about you. I was wrong about people. You guys are brave. You're stupendous. We don't know how to cook, but we are families. So let's go ahead. You tell us what to do, and we'll get it done. And in walks in the food critic, who just sees the kitchen now swarmed with rats. And Remy's first order is, deal with that.
So they make him crash his car, and they tie him up and throw him in the fridge.
They kidnap him. and then Remy orders them to cook, and they get all the chef specials that they've been making throughout the movie, all 100% done by rats. And then Linguini's all like, "Hey,
the rats get cleaned first."
Yes, of course. You have to. You wash your hands in the kitchen. It's the first thing you do. Every time Remy touched something in this movie, they make a point to show him washing his hands, and I love it.
Yes,
it's adorable. It's a good movie. It's fairly accurate. But yes, Linguini comes out, sees all the rats.
You just have sauce packets on.
It's fine. Ignore him. He's not a part of this. He hasn't been a part of this for a while. He's even muted.
Am I?
Oh, I thought you were.
No. Oh, okay. No. I'm dropping my sauce packets.
Oh, drop them. You don't need them right now. There's nothing here for you.
There's nothing here for me in general.
There's never has been. Watch the fucking movie. Then maybe you would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next week. I'm going to choose movie next week. Then
you're not.
You're
never choosing the movie again. You can't watch the movie when you choose it. You can't watch it when you don't choose it. You don't do anything. You just get to show up and sit there until you can prove that you can watch a fucking movie. Because it's 17 episodes at this point, or whatever the hell. You've not watched a single one of them.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I watched the sing-along.
Great. Anyway, let's get back to Ratatouille. We're almost at the end here. Okay, so he's not Remy. Linguini decides, you know what? You guys got the cooking handled. You're gonna need a waiter out there. He puts on his roller skates and does a very impressive job of waiting tables nonstop. Doesn't stop for anything, pouring wine, giving out menus, taking orders, all while zipping around the restaurant. It's amazing. And yeah, the critic comes by. He wants whatever the chef's willing to make for him. And Remy decides it's time for ratatouille. And he makes the ratatouille. And the chef is brought back to his childhood, where he had a bad day. He comes back home crying, and the mother makes this wonderful dish for him, and he's taken back to that moment, and he's reminded what food is, why he loves it so much. Everything has come to a head at this moment, and he goes, "You know what, Linguine? It's just the moment. It's rare that I've asked for the compliment the chef, and I'm in the rare instance where my waiter is the chef. I get to talk to him, and Linguine's all like, "Oh, I didn't cook anything today. I'm gonna be right back." And he goes to the kitchen. He brings out Coilette, and he's like, "Oh, Coilette, you must be the chef. Well, thank you." And she's like, "If you want to talk to the chef, you gotta wait for everyone to leave." And he does. He sits there for hours, just nursing his cup of wine, and then eventually the restaurant's empty, and he brings out his hat, and he pulls it up, and here's a little rat. And first Ego just laughs. He goes like, "Are you fucking kidding me? What is this? This is a cool joke. You guys are pranking me." But no, they have him sit there. They show him how it's done. They show him all the rats in the kitchen. This is it. This is what we've done. You've eaten rat food, you idiot. Get fucked! Pranked! Ba-boom! Ba-boom! Ego loses all credibility and fucking kills himself. All the rats dance. All of Paris throws a party. It's fucking nuts, man. It's Mardi Gras, baby.
That's not what happened in the emoji version.
Well, the emoji version was bullshit. That's why you have to watch the real movie, Richard. That's why you have to watch the real deal. It's so good. You might think it's a slow 2 hours, but the ending of this film is so incredible. It's worth the journey. It's like when you're making sauce, buddy. You can't just go in there and make the marinara. You gotta let that shit simmer. You gotta let it reduce. So with that potent punch at the end. That's what Ratatouille is. That's what makes it the almost perfect cooking movie. It's my second favorite, I will say that. There is one piece of animated media that shows off cooking that is my absolute favorite.
One piece.
And that is, it's
Julia Childs drawn in person.
You guys are both so close, it's insane. What you split the middle of Julia
Food
Childs
Wars
and anime. You come to, of course,
Fighting Foodons!
We're like at the doorstep. It's incredible. One more guess, and I'll do the big reveal.
Craig, we gotta put our heads together. This is like Family Feud. We have two strikes and the other team's about to steal.
But that's the thing though. Every time I did clap and say, good answer.
That is true. Craig, what I'm thinking right now is we just gotta go for a Goofy movie.
That wasn't it. It wasn't a Goofy movie.
Cupcake Wars.
No, you already said a Goofy movie. You got the one guess. It wasn't that one. You'd think I would have talked about that when we covered it. But you guys are wrong.
What is it?
It's that one episode of Kirby Right Back at Ya, where the father cooks a pot roast because the mother couldn't make it to dinner. And then all the women in town wanted to fuck him because he did such a good job cooking and providing for his family that the rest of the people in town get super jealous. And the Chef Kawasaki decides to capitalize on it and decides to hold a cooking class where he teaches everyone how to make strawberry risotto. And it's weirdly accurate to how you make strawberry risotto where they animated it. I'm like, this is very strange.
I should have said Fighting Foodons. That would have been good.
Richard said Fighting Foodons.
Oh, he did?
What? Are you paying attention?
It was still wrong because it's that one episode of Kirby Right Back at You where everyone learns how to make strawberry risotto in order to get laid.
And that was actually going to be my second answer, but Craig wasted the team answer with One Piece.
No, you wasted the team answer by saying a Goofy movie.
One Piece is not a wasted answer. There's plenty of cooking in One Piece.
There's a character called Sanji. He does cooking. He does a good job. I think he sounded like that, so that's why I'm talking like this.
Okay,
No, he's Sounds like Trunks.
He sounds. Oh, does he sound like what? Trunks is VA?
Well, the version I'm watching is not the.
I don't remember him sounding like Trunks at all.
He wasn't Trunks in the.
Oh,
the
you
Four
see,
Kids.
I'm talking about the 4 Kids one. I only saw the 4 Kids one. Who? Guess what? 4 Kids also did Kirby Right Back at You,
They did.
which is perfect because Chef Kawasaki sounded like an asshole, and he's my favorite. But yeah, long story short is I now know how to make risotto. So any ladies listening, I'm your man. I don't know.
Move over, Ricky Martin.
Move over, Ricky Martin. I can also make tamales.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I mean, okay,
Yeah.
fine.
That's it.
I was gonna I'm starting to think like you wouldn't want tamales. We're making it with banana peppers. At least Ricky Martin would.
Yeah, I don't make them with banana peppers.
What would you be using?
More than likely, it would be a chicken tamale, and it would have been cooked with jalapenos.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Ricky Martin doesn't have those.
I bet he does. I guarantee. You look at Ricky
30
Martin's cupboard, you'd find he has 30 banana peppers,
He has 30
5 ghost peppers, and 1 Carolina Reaper.
Good luck making something with
it's
that.
a wild kitchen you have there, Mr. Martin.
Boy, yeah, my dad started vacuuming, so.
That's okay. I think we've pretty much got it covered, right? We got a good
Yeah.
laugh. We shared some jokes. Richard barely watched the movie, even less so than normal. Craig got to drive the pod for a while. It was fun. He dangled over a pit. Scissors weren't needed. You did it fine.
I feel like Craig piloting the pod, it was a lot like the driving instructors, because the driving instructors, they have like their own brake pedals in front of them in the passenger seat. And it's all like, yeah, Casca's here just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I explained that pretty well before.
It's a sweet time. It reminded me of back in the day when I was learning to drive and somehow got my license.
It's because I wasn't there. You definitely wouldn't have gotten it.
I failed my first time.
I'm not surprised.
Oh no, that's not nice. I mean, it's true,
I was
but
going to
it's
say,
not
yeah,
nice.
it's true. I wasn't shooting for niceties.
Pretty sure I hit a cone and I still passed.
Yeah, me too.
Like, why is Craig allowed to pass and I'm not?
Because he probably did a better job besides hitting the cone.
Oh, okay.
Like, I know I was doing, like, I hit the cone during the parallel parking part, but it started snowing, and it was very off-season, so the instructor was very distracted by that fact. So I got off pretty easy.
Man, why don't I get free passes?
You're not cute enough?
I think it's because, I don't know. Okay, what are we doing next week? Can I choose?
No.
Please? I have a good
No.
idea this time.
I don't care. You have to prove that you can watch a movie before you get to choose them. That's the rule now.
Then who's supposed to choose if I'm not?
Craig can choose again. I'm comfortable with that.
Are you excited for Craig to let you know like 2 minutes before you're ready to sit down and watch the movie?
No, because he's going to let us know right now. Craig, what are we watching next week?
We're watching the DCOM, everybody's favorite, Cadet Kelly.
You see, that wasn't so hard, now was it, Richard?
Craig, you got a pass and I'm getting a pass next week. Dunce number 1 signing off. Good night and good bless.
I'm Dunce number 2. What was my thing? I'm Craig Stu and I'm leaving too.
And on the third one, I sorry, I forgot my verse too.
It's an instinct. A feeling. The force brought us together. We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
But I do.
Long have I waited. And now you're coming together. Is your undoing.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.
Confronting fear. It's the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny. The Force will be with you.
Always.